What's up, you guys? ASD Classified here, coming at you with another review of Power Rangers Super Samurai Episode 13, The Master's Return. And hopefully this review won't be 5 hours long. Okay. So this episode starts off with yet another damn training scene. And we have Jaden being in his emo place again because of what happened in the last episode with Decker's comments about him not being a lone fighter anymore, therefore he's weaker, even though he's been fighting as a team throughout this whole season. But whatever, man, whatever. They want to copy this from Shinkanjo, okay? Just let them do it. And yeah, and he took out his frustrations during, a little sparring match with the other Rangers, minus Antonio. So yeah, he ended up beating all 4 of the other Rangers by himself. Yeah. And, he kind of was a little rough with them, but he wasn't that rough during the sparring match. But the other Rangers disagreed, and they were mad. Like, dude! Mike was like, dude! We're just sparring! What's wrong with you? But I see the hypocrisy in that, Mikey, because a couple of episodes in The Strange Case of the Munchies, where you made a mistake during your sparring match with Emily, and she tried to help you, and you ended up throwing her on the mat. You remember that? You remember? And you and Kevin were talking about, oh, Emily, you gotta be tougher. Oh, well, Jaden is being real tough right now. See, well, anyway, Mentor and Jaden, they went somewhere private to talk about, what Jaden is feeling, and Mentor basically told him, teamwork is a good thing. You're strong because of teamwork. Basically saying the same damn thing that Mia said last episode. But it's not sinking through his head for whatever reason, and we have to sit through this boring drama that he's going through. After that, Mentor and Jaden went to the store to pick up some snacks because Mia's cooking again. Another Mia cooking joke, oh boy. And then Mentor ran into Bulk and Spike. And I actually liked this. It was a good callback to the Strange Case of the Munchies episode where it's like, Mentor asked them, how come you guys haven't come back for, training with Emily, and they were like, oh, we're too busy and stuff, but they were really afraid of doing that training because they can't handle the training. I actually liked it. It was a good callback, good little funny scene, whatever. Yeah, I liked it. But meanwhile, back in the Netherworld with the villains, Master Xandric's Rita level headaches are getting worse, and his medicine isn't really doing anything to help it, so he wants Dayu's music back. Apparently her music used to help soothe his headaches. So he wants that back. And Octoroo was like, Master, if you want Dayu's music, I'll get you Dayu's music. Octoroo then figured out that Serrator has Dayu's harmonium. So he orders Serrator to turn over the harmonium to Master Xandric. And Serrator says, yeah, sure, I'll go get it, whatever. And then before he left the boat, Octoroo was like, I don't trust your bitch ass. So I'm going with you to get the harmonium. And they went together to I guess this river coastline place. And during these scenes, we get a flashback to how Master Xandric first met Dayu. And I'm assuming this is way before he was sealed away by Jaden's father, probably 100 years ago or so, I don't know. Apparently Master Xandric always had a violent temper and used to be crazy angry, and he heard Dayu's music one day and it soothed him. So he came up to Dayu and said, yo, you gonna serve me for now on. Also, all the misery that Dayu's human half has, it comes out when she plays her music, and Master Xandric feeds off of that human misery. So that's why he really likes that music so much, which I thought was interesting. I thought that's cool. That's dark and cool. However, I didn't remember something from Origins, that episode called Origins, where they were on the boat and Dayu was playing her music, and Master Xandric said, my head is pounding, and that music is making it worse. And yeah, they were trying to make a joke there, but you can see how this is contradicting information, folks. Serrator eventually summoned the harmonium, but he got tired of the charade. He said, you know what, F all this. Your master is a weakling, and he just attacked Octoroo, and Octoroo was like, you traitor, I knew you were up to no good. And Serrator was like, yeah. So yeah, Serrator is not going to give up the harmonium because he has his own plans and they don't concern Master Xandric. And Octoroo was like, you know what, when the master finds out about this, you going to be sorry. And then he ran away. At the Sheba house, the Ranger's gap sensor goes off and tells them that there's some Nihilakh activity going on at the coastline. Jaden shows up there as well, and he apologizes to his team, and all 6 of the Rangers go together to the coastline, and they meet up with Serrator, and Serrator has Moogers attack the Rangers. And then Serrator plans to use the misery music, whatever, that comes from the harmonium to create this crevice. I don't know how that works, and I don't care to figure out, but that's what he was trying to do. So Dayu was hanging out with Decker in the woods, and she senses the presence of her harmonium. So she's like, my harmonium! What? Serrator! Boom! And she just zoomed like super speed out of that forest, and Decker was like, what? Dayu made it to Serrator, and she tried to attack him, but he dodged. And then she was like, you liar, you never planned to fix my harmonium. And he was like, yeah, I didn't. All I wanted was Decker and the misery that comes from your harmonium. And then she was like, you little liar. It's like, yeah, it took you 200 years to figure that out, which I love. I like, he tricked you into becoming a demon and cursing your husband. Of course he's a liar. Of course. You're an idiot, Dayu. An idiot. In the words of Nicki Minaj, you a stupid hoe. Stupid, stupid, stupid hoe. Stupid, stupid. Now, I get why she cares so much about the harmonium, because it is a symbol of her past life with her husband. However, her husband is Decker. He's right there in front of her. Her main concern should be getting him to remember who she is and getting his memory back and, you know, maybe trying to get their relationship back. That should be her main concern, not the harmonium, because the harmonium is not nearly as important as her husband. So anyway, Serrator ended up kicking Dayu's butt, and while she was on the ground, Serrator, you know, he was like, Dayu, your frustration tastes like the sweetest candy on my tongue. And I like the line. I remember it from Shinkenger, but I still like the line. And then the sky started to darken, and you could hear these thunderclaps. Uh-oh. Ruh-oh, Raggy. So basically, this is all Master Xandri's doing. Like, he is furious because Octoroon told him that Serrator has betrayed him and, you know, been plotting against him and stuff. And he wants to go to the mortal realm, but Octoroon was trying to hold him back and telling him that it's not a good idea. And Master Xandri said, shut up! And just knocked him out the way, and he went right to the surface world. And the sky got dark, and everybody was like, oh, crap. Everybody was worried. They're like, what the heck is going on? However, due to the side effects from the incomplete sealing character that Jaden's father used on him, he immediately started to dry out and lose power. So yeah. But he still managed to like be kicking butt and shooting lightning everywhere, causing explosions. And he even tried to put a binding spell on Serrator, but Serrator managed to escape. However, before he escaped, he dropped the harmonium. Yep. Jaden and the other Rangers tried to attack Master Xandri, but their attacks were ineffective against him. He was just too powerful. And Master Xandri basically said, Red Ranger, I owe your family some payback, and you're the one who's gonna pay. You know, I like the whole little, you know, Sheba clan stuff. I must kill you all and stuff. I liked it. And Jaden, you know, he went into the super mode and he pulled out the Bullzooka, but none of that affected Master Xandri, and he ended up giving Jaden the smackdown, and Jaden demorphed and fell unconscious. Master Xandri is still rapidly drying out and turning to stone, but before he left, he made a new deal with Dayu. He said, if you come back to me, and I'll repair your harmonium. She accepted, and he repaired it, and then Octoroon quickly dragged him back to the Netherworld, and he summoned giant Moogers with a gigantic cannon to fight the Rangers. While Jaden was unconscious, Kevin took leadership of the team, and with the black box, he led, you know, the Rangers to victory in the Zords with the Claw Armored Megazord and the Bullzord. And Kevin also went into the Shogun mode. Whoop-de-doo. And so our episode ends with Jaden being seriously injured from his fight with Master Xandri, Emily crying over it, and Master Xandri being so deprived from Sansa River water, he is going to be immobilized for quite a while. So he has to soak in the Sansa River, and they don't know how long he has to stay down there until he fully recovers. And meanwhile, Serrator, he is one step closer to whatever his plan is to take over both the Mortal Realm and the Netherworld. So despite the issues I have with Dayu and Jaden and stuff like that, I really enjoyed this episode. I don't know. I was really entertained by it. I mean, I liked all the scenes with Serrator and them. I liked the action as usual. And I liked when Master Xandrick came on the scene. I mean, he is a force to be reckoned with. So, I did enjoy this episode overall, despite its many, many flaws. So, well, for those who are watching, what did you think about this episode? Let me know. And thanks for watching, of course. Jamata. Later.